it's me. I'm back. Sorry I didn't check in last week. Life has just been meh, so I was not feeling it at all. Today is the kids' first day back to school because we had the lovely snow day yesterday. So I don't have to do this in my car anymore. But you might hear the baby crying upstairs. She's going for a nap, and Tasia's slamming doors in the basement. So this is as good as it gets. Valentine's Day passed. What are you guys thinking about that? I hate that day. I always have like these expectations like subconsciously, and I'm always in my feelings. But it's over, thank God. And hopefully next year I am even more evolved and I just don't give a fuck. But yeah, what do you guys feel about Valentine's Day? A friend of mine did a live last week. I'll put the link in the description and go follow her. She's amazing. She does lives every Wednesday, just talking about like real life shit. And the question for their live was, would you date yourself? So obviously it gets you thinking like, fuck yeah, obviously I date myself, like I'm amazing. But then like if you really look at it, it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot deeper than just like the whole superficial would you date yourself. So that kind of got me on like a series of like thoughts and stuff. And the conclusion that I came to is, would I date myself now? Yeah, definitely. Would I date myself 5 years ago? Probably not. So I'm just thinking, like, I had a conversation with somebody about this, but it was along the lines of, what are three things that you would have told your younger self? So, number one for me, I think, is that everything has a season. Some seasons are going to be happier than others, some are going to be really painful. Um, but basically, what you should take from that is that everything's temporary, um, and like you'll survive. You really will. Even if you throw in the towel, just pick it back up and you'll get through it. And I feel like you're where you're supposed to be. I mean, the series of events that led up to where you are now, if they didn't happen, you wouldn't be who you are. Number two is trust yourself. So I think that our intuition is a very, very powerful thing. I think that your heart can be a fool and your mind is logic, and you can't always think logically. Like, I don't feel like everything's black and white. A lot of people do. I see the gray in a lot of stuff. I think that your gut combines the two of them. I think that when you bring in external factors, like when you're telling people your business and all that stuff, and you're looking for advice and you're looking for opinions, it only sways you further from like what you need and what you want. And you have to trust yourself in order to really be able to hear that and to listen and to take it in and to accept it. At the end of the day, like, you are your longest relationship. And you really have to have like deep roots and like a good foundation. Number three, and one that I struggle with that I'm working really hard on, is fill your cup first. As a mom, and a single mom, it's really hard to do me essentially, um, when I have so many responsibilities and so many people that are looking to me as like the caretaker. I really think that you can't be the best version of yourself if you're always giving to others and never giving to yourself. So it's trying to separate that feeling of guilt, from taking care of yourself and self care and self love and all of that stuff, and realizing that it's not selfish, and that it's essential. And you have to protect your spirit and your health and your mind and everything else in order to be good for others. Just recently, I've really like come to terms with the fact that, um, sometimes you have to go ghost, and others shouldn't take it personal. I know me, I am definitely guilty of feeling like it was something that I did when people like kind of retreat inwards. And just now I'm understanding that like it's never about the other person. It's totally about you. It takes time to process like thoughts and feelings and emotions, and sometimes things just get heavy and like you want to shut off the world, and we're in such a like age of convenience, and we think that we should be granted accessibility to everyone like when it suits us, and that's not the way that it works. And the sooner that you realize that, literally the better off that you will be, because we're all human. So I think that that answers my question. So three things I would tell my younger self: um, everything is temporary, trust yourself, and fill your cup first. I am happy to be back this week, and I will make sure that I check in with you guys next week. Have a good rest of the week and stay warm.